Так, что ж, всем, в общем-то, очередной привет. Ну, наконец-то вышло вроде как что-то интересное. Ам, да, почему я назвал это, так сказать, стримец 2.2 новое начало? Потому что гипотетически уже выходило как бы продолжение Алана Вейка, как бы вторая часть. И она как бы была говном вообще полнейшим. Так, размытие, бла-бла-бла. Ну, я слышал, сколько эта игра жрет, поэтому качество освещения пускай будет среднявое. Ну, или, возможно, оно не будет среднявое. Алло. Игра... Ну, бывает. Наконец-то. Масштабирование... А можно его вообще отрубить? Ам, Где отрубить масштабирование? Я вообще впервые такое говно вижу в настройках. Ладно, короче, лучики пускай идут в жопу вместе с ретрейсингом. Вот. Ну а все остальное посмотрим. История обычная, сложная. Блин, честно, я бы очень хотел сыграть в сложную, но... Последний раз, когда я дважды запускал сложную, это был, блядь, такая фита просто, что... Просто дело в том, что это разработчик контрола, который как бы не тестит свои игры вообще. То есть вот последние как раз у него игры были контрол и там какое-то еще говно, хотя и контрол, по сути. Мягко скажем, отстой. Короче, я лучше обычную. Потому что качаться там, блядь, неинтересно будет стопудово. Вот. Ну, как бы геморройничать и просто 1000 пуль в одного первого противника выпускать я тоже не хочу.
We all
Давай,
come to a
давай.
story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story.
Я, кстати, не очень помню первую часть. Вот.
In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way. This is not the story I hoped it would be.
Subtitles?
This is not the ending I wanted. This story will eat us alive. This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces.
Ну, насколько я помню, концовка первой части закончилась в том, что он думал, что он борется с одним злом, но на самом деле зло оказалось куда масштабнее. Типа, это все море, которое окружало этот остров, и не с всем он боролся, скажем так. О, зомби есть 4-я резика, походу. Чё, это главный герой? Интересно. О, пузико. Да ладно, это графен. Если бы не было, конечно, темно, как в жопе. И сенса просто бешеная сейчас. Пардон, но реально, это вообще шандец. Вот теперь нормас. Ну да, пузенька такой есть, конечно. Пузеньку есть. А, ну слушайте, да, это концовка первой части. Он жил там на островке таком типа. Ну ладно, погнули. А мы погнули. Блять, нихуя тут как-то странно приближение работает. Ладно. Блин, мужик, тут, конечно, надо бы одеться, а то воспаление легких довольно быстро схватим. Хотя хрен знает, насколько холодно.
Can you hear me? Whoa. What's wrong with you?
Come on, Ed. We should go.
Чё?
Already gone.
Нормас. Ну да, возможно, к такому странному мужику не очень хочется подходить. Но знаете ли, мало ли что, вдруг нужна помощь. Наверное, нажрался, блядь, где-нибудь и все. Блядь, сорян, я вообще ни черта не вижу. Как бы... Блядь, где яркость настроить? Видимо, в моих мыслях. Хотьба! Ладно. Ладно, окей, я надеюсь, дальше очень будет посветлее, когда мы фонарик найдем. Ну, графен пока сложно оценить. Текстурки как бы особо не видать, мягко говоря. Ну, что за хренотень? Господи, я надеюсь, они всю игру не будут кидать вот эти вот триггеры тебе в лицо, потому что, ну, это пиздоферсно, конечно. Я бы туда не шел, потому что я слышу там волков или собак. Чё? Я, блядь, даже не понял, кто это был. Блядь, куда идти? Ой, блядь, сука, как же вы, блядь, надоели со своей яркостью, ебущей, блядь, и со своей темнотой, просто пиздец. Мне просто даже не страшно, потому что я вообще нихуя не вижу, что происходит там. Ну, я опять, походу, не вижу, где тут яркость настраивать, потому что, очевидно, ее надо прятать, блядь. Тут причем нету, как бы, типа, чтобы отключить HDR какой-нибудь. А, вот, блин. Наконец-то. Да, HDR, естественно, включен. О. Во, блядь, другое дело, нахуй. Теперь я все вижу. Блин, может даже на максимум вообще урубить. Ладно, в темноте это не то, чтобы сильно помогает. А вот на свету, мне кажется, будет пирсдоферсон. Давайте, короче, на 60 оставим. Похуй, нормально. Хотя бы уже видно что-нибудь в этом говне. А я it's coming, coming. А я it's coming. О, там свет. Да, ну, мужик, можно было бы и перелезть, конечно. О, ну-ка, взаимодействие. Ага, понятно. Да. Ну, кстати, в чем... это машина, что ли? Нет, это фонарики. Ох, блядь, нихуя себе! Что происходит, блядь? Да, блядь, скриптовое говно. Не мог он оказаться у меня в очке. Ну, если честно, если бы такого мужика привязали к этому говну, он бы ее спокойно бы тряс и все прочее. Это, ну, как бы, не супер надежно. Ну, я не знаю, просто я надеюсь, всю игру, блядь, вот эти вот хуйню тебе не будут в лицо пихать. Потому что, честно, это, ну, уже заебло. Серьезно, надо вот разработчику, знаю, как в фильме, блядь, вот это вот, просто открыть глаза и пускай мне вот так вот ебашат постоянно эти кадры, а он на них смотрит. Я не знаю, но это настолько тупая хуета.
Work stuff. Right. Well, Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good. No spoilers. I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me. I love you both.
Блин, прикольно, конечно, место.
Go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much. Logan? I will. Bye, kiddo.
Это что за Макс Пейн слева?
Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
Snarky kid. Wonder where she gets that from.
Чё, блядь? Реально какого-то, блядь, Макс Пейна просто похож.
It can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay. Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up. Here we are. Cauldron Lake.
Time to get to work.
Ну, честно, графа не то чтобы супер. Не, ну вроде персонажей норм, кстати.
There's the car, so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear? I'll check out that map.
Ну, не знаю, графенька машины
Listen,
такой себе.
before we get swallowed up by the trees.
Ну,
I
ладно,
should
на
take a
самом
look at
деле
that map.
неплохо. Ну, вообще это странно, что он тут свой этаж поставил. Может быть, его убили культисты? Так, ну карта. А, блядь, наверное, она на доске. Ну, трава, конечно, 2D-шная. Ну, понятно, что тут жирает, как бы. Ну, тап. А, М. Вау. Вот это... Чё?
Quit your belly aching, Thornton. I'm up here now. That's just how the cookie crumbles.
Блять, а можно как бы не делать два триггера сразу? Чё, блять, с карты? Почему она так говёно прорисовывается? А, блядь, большая, судя по всему. Черпак ведьмы. Чё? Хижина ведьмы. Так. Ага, ну, судя по всему, если пойти направо, куда-то все-таки выйти можно. Погнали туда. Опа. Это у нас что такое?
I
А
have to
что,
head
сюда
back.
и надо? А,
Got things to do.
да и чё? Понятно. Ну что ж, нельзя. ППАЙ. Да блин, дайте на лицо посмотреть. Да ё-моё тебе. Да стой на месте, блин. Да ты зараза, ё-моё. Ладно. Давай, блин.
Hey, over here.
Ты кто такой?
Hey there. Agent Casey, right? Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right. Anderson?
Один. Какой один? Ой, блин.
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this
Ай,
case.
понятно.
Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, you know, that, Federal agents right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
Tell them about the heart.
I was getting to that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, well, you know, inside.
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folk. It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, right, Thornton? But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
I want to see the body.
Можно это было все на ходу
Sure,
рассказать.
that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Mulligan, tell them I'm here waiting. I'll show them around.
They got it, Thornton.
Before we get to the crime scene, there's time to review the facts of the case so far.
Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly.
Чего? Доску зацепок в обители разума. Че?
The Mind Place. My version of the Mind Palace technique. To sift through clues and work the case. Building the Mind Place again for each case. Using each field office as a model in my head. The facts are on the board.
А может мы сначала вообще тело обследуем? Прежде чем какие-то, блядь, о каких-то фактах думать. Ладно, блядь. Видимо, нахуй нам не нужно тело смотреть. И так все чики-бомбони. Серьезно? Твоя обитель разума? Ничего прикольнее не могла там придумать. Обитель у тебя, конечно, ну так себе.
Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
Сагия. Ее зовут Сага. Окей. А можно просто мышкой, блядь, как нормальный человек, блядь, делать? Вот. Класс. Так. Ну, по-моему, их как бы объединяет что-то больше, чем пропажа в 2010 году. Ладно. Ну, я могу на берег просто вынести. Как это нет ничего общего, блядь? Ты вообще долбанутая. Явно какая-то сектантская ебень. Тебя вообще ничего не напрягает. Вообще не факт. Это может быть какой-то психованный врач. Блять, да много кто это может быть. Вот только спортсмены и охотники, что ли, могут клубную клетку разрезать? Пиздец, кому, блять, вообще играем? Да, с таким детективом будет, конечно, сложно, блять, раскрыть какое-либо дело. Это будет сложно.
I see you're
Ладно.
already hard at work, Anderson. Close to cracking it?
We're just getting started. Let's head down the hill to the crime scene.
Я думаю, мы пока не найдем прямую лику с ее методом анализа, мы вряд ли что-то
Too
добьемся.
much sky.
Чё? Я уже понял. Блять, она серьезно, она прогружается, карта. То есть, блядь, мини-карта прогружается. Блять, шутите, да не может такого быть.
Hey, Casey. You putting me in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Mm-hmm. Real funny, Anderson.
I'll be back in a second.
Roger.
Да, у нас ствол есть, оказывается, охренеть. Не, чел, лучше ей дела вообще не отдавать. Это пиздоферсон. Опа. Бесчинство в съемных коттеджах позднее вечером неизвестно напал на отдыхающих. Блин, рофлите, что ли? Текста. Да блях. Вы, блин, прикалываетесь. Ладно, надеюсь, таких газет будет немного, это жесть. Так, ладно. Очень интересная газета, конечно.
Stairs are out. You okay to jump down?
I'm not that old. Whoa.
Ну, как бы задники, конечно, говнецо. Чё стволы-то нельзя достать? Хотя днем в любом случае никого не будет.
I think I saw something. It'll only take a minute.
I'll wait here.
Я вообще не знаю, о чем она. Я ни хрена не увидел. Ну, очевидно, туда мы вряд ли куда-то поднимемся высоко. Да.
This can't be the right way.
Да. О, какая-то штука. Ну или пофигу на нее. Ну, знаете, графонька такая средняя. Понятно, короче, ладно.
Is that a kid's lunchbox? An Alex Casey movie lunchbox. Casey hates the endless jokes about coincidentally having the same name as a fake detective. He hates those cheesy crime books, but he really hates the movies.
Чего? Удерживайте кнопку выстрела, чтобы перейти в режим автоматической стрельбы. Это существенно увеличит скорострельность. Ну, такой себе больше пули. Увеличит размер магазина. Говно. Еще раз голову. При быстром попадании врагу в голову 2 раза подряд оглушение будет длиться дольше. Чего? А можно урона побольше или критуречки в башку? Ладно, окей. Опа, я нашел поворот. Пробел.
Good to see you still in one piece, Anderson. Forest can be a dangerous place.
Not a bad place to get murdered.
If getting back to nature is your thing.
Damn. Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to
Ненавижу
put up a
дождь.
tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
Интересное место для телефона. Так, тихо, а там что было тогда?
I'll look around. See you in a bit.
Take your time.
Да, что спешить, там все преступление какое-то совершено, Полно других есть дел. Например, по лесу погонять тут. И Вич-хант. Ну ладно, я так понимаю, тут особо...
I want to walk around for a minute.
You know where to find me.
Can't go any further. Water's too deep.
Ну, так поплыви. О, батарейки. О, инвентарик. Что-то похоже на резик какой-то. Так, подожди, а как стволом пользоваться? Мне кажется, в эти штуки стрелять надо. Блять, как инвентарь вообще открыть? Ну, ладно, видимо, к сожалению, никак. Опа. Так, а как убрать фонарик? Ага, на Е. Нет, походу стволы, ну, сейчас не достать. Я даже инвентарь не могу, в принципе, открыть. Ладно, короче, проехали. Ну, в общем, надеюсь, потом на обратном пути когда-нибудь о них вообще вспомню. Так, блять, а мне вообще куда надо? Так, ну, в общем-то, гипотетически мне надо вот так.
I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Got it.
Я вообще хуй пойми,
Deputy
куда пришел.
Thornton, I take it.
That's me, at your service, ready to get this case solved. Now the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show you.
Подожди теперь.
So, yeah,
Блять.
Serial killers and shootouts with the mob?
You forgot the UFO cover-up.
What? Those are real? You guys hiring?
Странно, тут вообще не дают ничего исследовать. Ну и чё? Серьезно, то есть собирая какие-то типа улики, как бы получаем улучшение к пистолету, чё? Не знаю, что-нибудь более логичное нельзя было придумать для прокачки. Что это вообще, ну, настолько, блядь, не сочетается, что это бред какой-то. Не, ну графен, ладно, графен пойдет. Бля, короче, знаете, что мне лень просто все это исследовать. Что даже не понимаю, как стволы, ну, блядь, достать. Но я вижу светящийся цветочек, может его подбирать можно. Нет, нельзя. Ай. Подожди, мужик, куда нас вообще? А, не, правильно, нас ведет.
Now this is the scene of the crime. We found him on the table. Now he didn't touch nothing, you know, procedures and stuff.
Thanks, Deputy.
Блядь, нас вообще не интересует.
You owe me a coffee.
Okay, let's start by examining our guest of honor. Does this fit the MO of the previous murders?
Ну, я даже не знаю,
Step one.
блядь.
Examine the corpse. Body is positioned on the table. Ritualistic.
Да ты чё? Оно не может просто, блядь, само туда добавляться.
Another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Coincidence?
Абсолютное совпадение, то есть. Серьезно? Она реально считает, что это совпадение? Оп, твой налево. Ой, я писю дерево увидел. Так.
Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him down.
Ну, какие-то странные ремни, ну,
The
допустим.
killer left the heart right next to the body.
Ну,
Incise stab wound. Chest cut open. Heart removed.
эх, жиробубик, не спас я тебя, не спас. Блять, ну можно просто это, ну, самим, блядь, кидать? Блять, издеваетесь.
Keep trying.
Что, блядь, попробовать? Что ты от меня хочешь?
Heart removed from chest, strapped by the wrists. Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about.
Чего?
Finding a Casey movie lunchbox out here can't be a coincidence. Another message?
О.
That's not right.
Что надо сделать? Ой, блядь, в жопу, короче.
Who is our victim? Who killed him? Need to find more clues. Multiple people were here. Multiple killers? Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over. Was it for a camera? Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here, waiting.
Ну, если это в современности, их теперь очень легко найти. Они столько всего тут оставили. А это вообще не интересует? Ну ладно.
I'll be back in a second.
Roger.
Locked. They really don't want people coming in here.
Мы не посетители, мы ПБА. Ну, пенять тоже насрать. Эх. Я вообще только что изговнял те улики со следами, ну ладно. Так, и что хотят?
Large amount of blood on the table.
Да ты
The victim
прикалываешься.
died here.
Бля, чего, бля? Бля. По-моему, это по ремням можно было понять, что его сюда привязали и мочканули. Или ты думаешь, что труп, короче, сюда оставили и привязали ремнями, типа? Я хотел. Труп, ну, допустим. Может, это вообще не его кровь, откуда ты знаешь? Ну и чё? Блять. Чё хотят-то?
Any idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about 13 years ago. Now, I haven't heard a word about him since. Well, until now.
Nightingale? Robert Nightingale?
Oh, yes. You probably knew him. Brothers in arms. Oh, and sisters.
So you knew our victim.
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
So what happened to Nightingale after the Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here,
I bet there's more to that story.
but no happy ending.
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago. 2010.
The same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
I think that's everything. For now, at least.
Mm-hmm. Anything clicking yet?
Not sure. Need to think about it.
Прощай, жиробублик. Ну, я пытался тебя засейвить, бро. А, понятно, удаляемся в комнату. Я не знаю, куда их пихать. Распихайте сами, блядь.
Robert Nightingale, ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago.
И чё? Это, блин, нам и так только что сказали. Что не может просто их сама, блядь, ссать куда нужно?
Quite the party. They planned for the murder to happen here, passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him. But why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years. Why here? Why now?
Чё ты решила, что они именно его ждали, чё?
Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together.
Чё? Подозреваемых и жертв мысли. Ты чё, Бэтмен, блядь, что ли, какой-то?
This mug always cheers me up.
Не худшая мать. Но, возможно, худший детектив, к сожалению.
Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake before his murder.
Чё? Чё? Ладно. Не, ну как бы гипотетически это можно, конечно, понять, но не как-то логически, а с помощью экспертизы, наверное.
Why?
Flick the switch. It goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. A Nightingale a component. They
Чудово.
didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something.
Окей, ладно, хорошо. Мистер Мегамозги.
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too.
Это какой-то супер телепат-экстрасенс, детектив или что? Короче, нихуя не
The
понимаю.
lake is connected to Nightingale somehow.
Я не знаю, что на это решил.
Let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds
И
good.
что вы
This
там
is
хотите
way right.
найти?
Right.
Well, okay. Well, I'll just wait here.
Подруга, там следов как бы нет. Ну ладно.
This one of your hunches, Anderson? Did something happen at the lake?
I think Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake.
С чего ты это вообще
Probably
решил?
looking for shelter. Safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty complicated to me. What was this guy doing skinny dipping at this time of year?
Haven't figured that part out yet. A witch with no heart. A strange echo of Al murder.
I didn't know trees got that big. Gives me the creeps.
You need to get out more. It is kind of creepy, though.
Yeah. Это ведет к озеру? Как мы к этому выше-то, блядь?
Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder.
It makes no sense.
С чего ты решил, что это, блядь, вообще его следы?
There's a piece of paper on the ground.
Я, блядь, ее логики вообще не понимаю. Ну, я ничего с ней сделать не могу. Ну, хуй, короче, знает. Felt like a message was a message. Я хуй, короче. Не понимаю в жопу, блядь. А, понятно. Ну, логично.
A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school. Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Like a manuscript. Page of a story. The killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading
the
the words.
words.
These words felt like a message.
Felt like a message.
Someone knew they were here. Someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept?
Even if they knew it would end up hurting them.
Она вообще поняла, что это с печатной, блядь, машинки. Ладно. Я не знаю, по-моему, в Барде такое могли написать.
Game with us.
You were right. This is right up my alley. Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us. I should profile Nightingale about this page.
Если ты думаешь, что он вышел из озера голый, я оставил вот тут эту записку. Блять, это самый ебанутый просто детектив вообще в мире. Это пиздец. Ладно. Так, ну это понятно.
We found a page in the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him. In his chest.
Чё?
I must find out what.
Как ты вообще это поняла, блядь? Чего нахуй? Это... Что, блядь?
I think he came from the lake. But his tracks make no sense.
Как ты вообще поняла, блядь, что это его следы? Вообще нахуй не похоже на его следы. Ну, тут есть, конечно, что-то похожее, блядь, на ногу, но это пиздец. Так. Блять. Как она вообще все это понимает? Ладно, окей. Внутри что-то скрывается. Как ты это вообще поняла? Ладно, короче.
Casey, I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
То есть ему это вообще не кажется подозрительным. Ясно. А что делать дальше? Ебать, ты как там оказался? Да что вам, блядь, опять надо? Отъебитесь. Что?
Found all I can here. Time to properly examine the body. See what I can find inside.
Насрать, короче. Похуй.
Whoever wrote that page made sure
Блин,
it
ну
read like a
неудобно,
story,
потому что вообще никакого указателя
like a
нет, ни
scene from a
черта.
thriller.
I hate all of it. The text said we'd find more. I believe it.
But what's the purpose? They're twisting events to create their own narrative to do what? Entertain some fantasy? Projecting their desires? Are we characters or the audience? Witnesses to their design? All the above?
It's all about control.
You made it back.
Deciding what
Good.
happens to who. Don't let it drag you in.
Too late.
Так, ну чё, давай, толстый
I need the
писюн,
next
блядь.
chapter.
I hope you didn't get stuck in any of those big puddles.
Ну и
Crazy
чё?
flooding down there, huh? Just like I said.
Чё, как внутрь ты его? Давай руку, блядь, запихивай. Или нет, я... Чё сделать-то надо, блядь?
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination ASAP.
Well, sure. But the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deerfest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the Bookers at the Oh Dear Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Дай сюда.
Thanks.
Шорткат. Вернуть. Так, давай
Let's get the
показывай,
car,
мужик.
drive to Bright Falls, and talk to these witnesses, the Bookers.
At the diner, right? I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
Вот это анимация, блять, открытие
Seems like
двери,
a nice town
ладно.
so far. Murders
Okay.
aside. Pretty woods. Cute lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly up to the task, but hopefully the sheriff will be more helpful.
Not a surprise about the deputies. Doubt they see much stuff this gruesome.
Ну да, ведь они не ПБА. О, вышечка.
A lunchbox again. Who's leaving these out here?
Ай. Я, как же на вышку залезть? Не. Я понял, это та игра, где надо постоянно долбить жать на Shift. Я же могу сделать так, чтобы на него нужно было один раз нажимать и все. Вот, заебись.
Can't fit the clues all together yet. Heart removed, tripod, tracks leading to a dead end.
A tripod for a camera? To record a snuff film?
Maybe. And why take out his heart just to throw it away?
To stuff in something for us to find.
I think I saw something. It'll only take a minute.
I'll wait here.
Там разве не сюда? Блять, а нам куда? Нам же сюда и надо. Ай, так я где? А, ну мы тут были, фактически теперь надо дать щилки. Ну, я так понимаю, вечером этот трупешник живет. Я так понимаю, вечером этот трупешник живет и станет такой супер фигней. Чё, блять, со звуком?
Damn impressive work so far. With your technique,
Да.
these punches were moving fast.
I wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery.
Да, у нее интуиция такая, конечно,
Need to
это...
swing by the
Да.
lodge to get anything from the field office?
No, I'm all set.
I'll park there anyway. I want to walk to the diner, get a feel for the town.
Ой.
The diner's just up the waterfront. Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
А с ними нельзя
I'm gonna go check something
общаться.
out. Be right back.
That concludes our debate on whether pets should be allowed at this year's bake sale. For those of you just tuning in, you're listening to the Pat Maine Radio Hour, brought to you by Davis Family Moose Jerky. And boy, what an eventful day here in Bright Falls. By now, we've all seen the FBI setting up shop in town, and I'm sure you're all asking the same question I am. Did they bring all this darn rain with them? Deerfest is right around the corner, and we're all crossing our fingers for sunshine. So I reached out to our top meteorologist for a weather update. She never responded, but I have her uncle Tapio on the line from Watery. Tapio, are you there?
Yes?
Great. And Tapio, what kind of weather can we expect today?
Rain.
That definitely seems to be on the menu. How about over the next week?
Also rain.
Right. Care to elaborate? Any chance the sun will poke out in time for Deerfest?
No.
Well, Deerfest is coming, rain or shine. And that parade lineup is looking dandy as ever.
Yes, I like this parade because they have one float in the shape of a swan. Long neck and everything. A very large swan.
Ah, so you're a fan of swans.
No.
Hi.
Да с ним нельзя даже взаимодействовать никак.
Just how much coffee have you had today, Charlie? Don't know, don't care.
Чего?
Get it, Coffee World! Get it where you can! Get it now! Jesus, Charlie.
Hey, how's it going?
I'll be back in a second.
Roger.
Ладно, окей, я понял, не туда, значит.
Oh dear. You.
Let me guess. The FBI. Welcome to Bright Falls. It's nice to have you here. I got you both some coffee. Oh, it's Washington's finest.
Nice to meet you, Sheriff. I'm set for coffee.
You know, I wouldn't say no to another.
I'm Agent Saga Anderson. This is Agent Alex Casey.
Tim Breaker. And let me just say, I'm happy you two are here. Frankly, we could use the help.
Your deputies said you had a couple of witnesses here.
They made them sound like suspects.
Mulligan and Thornton are still on about that? No, the Bookers don't strike me as the murdering type, but you can decide for yourselves. They're just inside having coffee and pie to calm their nerves.
I'll see what they have to say. Casey, you compare notes with the sheriff.
Take your time.
I can't believe that happened. I still feel like I'm gonna be sick.
Come on, Ed. Have some pie. It'll take your mind off things.
We've looked through the case files you sent over, Sheriff.
Excuse me. I'm Agent Saga Anderson. Are you the Bookers?
That's us. I'm Tammy, and he's Ed.
Hello, officer.
Just Saga is fine, Ed.
So, are we being charged with anything? Because if not, we'd love to get back to our hotel and decompress after what we saw. Take a bath, scream into pillows, that kind of thing.
We're not charging you. I just have a few questions. Nothing to stress about, okay? What were you doing at Cauldron Lake last night?
I'm a writer. True crime. We're here from New York, doing some research on a famous novelist, Alan Wake, who went missing here. I was down at the lake, getting some details. Perfectly legal.
So what did you see in the woods?
This naked dude came out of the lake, and he was acting crazy, shouting weird shit at us. He must have been on something.
Unless skinny dipping at dawn is a thing around here.
Then we heard shooting. We ran into these psychos in deer masks. They were tearing into the naked guy with knives, like some kind of satanic cult. And then we bolted and called the cops.
What makes you say it was a cult?
The masks and knives aren't enough.
По-моему,
They were shouting,
у них лучше дедукция работает.
"The cult of the tree. Cult of the tree." Oh, and then we found her. The whole thing was terrifying. That's all.
Э,
The cult of the tree. What aren't the Bookers telling me?
I found their necklace. The symbol is 2 triangles.
The cult wants their spruce tree back, Tammy.
Finders keepers, Ed. My publisher will want this on the cover.
Tammy found something. A necklace belonging to one of the cultists.
Ну, понятно, короче, это просто экстрасенс, блядь.
The Bookers were at Cauldron Lake. Why?
The fence was built to hide what's there.
Но я вообще тогда не понимаю, зачем вот все это, блядь, расследование.
Private party.
Ибо какой смысл сей? Ну, она просто не с хуя и так понимает, что и что.
Past the bolt
Смысл-то
cutters.
какой?
They broke in for the sake of Tammy's book. Nothing to do with the murder. They were telling the truth. So you found something there, right? A necklace these cultists may have dropped.
Okay. Wow. How did you put that together?
It's evidence. You need to hand it over.
Да, давай все к тюрягу их тоже.
Told you not to keep that thing, Timmy.
Thanks. This could prove to be helpful. Do me a favor. Stick around town for now in case we have any more questions.
Like we'd even dream of missing dear Fez.
Oh, God. Saga! Saga Anderson. As I live and breathe. I thought thought we'd never see you back here after that awful, awful thing happened to your baby girl. How are you? I'm sorry. Who are you? I don't know what you're talking about. It's me, silly. Rose. You know me. I don't think I do. And what horrible thing happened to my baby girl? She drowned. Your daughter. That's so weird you don't remember.
How do you know I have a daughter?
Oh, I know what this is. You're blocking out your traumatic memories. Happens on TV all the time.
No. You're mistaking me for someone else.
If you say so.
Hello.
This is exactly why I hate small towns. Keep it down, Ed.
You know how touchy these rural types can be.
All set? My guys have Nightingale at the morgue if you're ready to go take a look.
Let's go. Well, Casey, I got a lead. Looks like we're dealing with a cult. The cult of the tree.
A murder cult. Fuck.
Have you heard of this cult of the tree, Sheriff?
Only the urban legend. If you're in the woods at night, the cult will get you. That sort of thing.
We're not gonna find out you're the Grand Wizard or something, are we?
I played some D&D back in the day. Wizard was always my favorite class.
Morning, Sheriff. Looks like you have some guests.
Ah, morning, Ted. Yeah, real important guests. Deerfest. Always draws a crowd, right?
Too true. More the merrier. Have a good one, Sheriff.
Hey, what do you know about that waitress from the diner?
Rose? Yeah, she's a bit of a space case. Always has been. Why? What'd she do now?
She kept saying that my daughter drowned. She even knew my name. It was all very weird.
Rose has a talent for saying the weirdest thing possible. But it's best not to take it personally.
Hey, boss. Corpse is downstairs ready to go.
Yep, in the morgue, all prepped.
I'd like to take a closer look as soon as possible. Lead the way, Sheriff.
Oh, this is the Bright Falls Sheriff Station. Anything you need, just let us know.
We appreciate the support, Sheriff.
How are you?
So we share a morgue with the funeral home next door. It's a shoestring budget. I guess you guys don't have that problem, though. Our only coroner rotates between a few other towns, and he's away this week, but you can handle this, right?
I'm qualified to perform examinations. Yes.
Странно, откуда она умеет, блядь, это делать. Ну, окей.
Something about morgues. They always cheer me up.
I can't say I feel the same.
He's joking.
Бля, тут свет можно вообще врубать?
Okay. Let's take a look at our patient. I'll start with the external inspection before performing the internal examination. What was the cause of death?
Еще
One
же
of the
я
body
умер.
shows signs of being submerged in water post-mortem.
Я вообще ткнул на голову, а не на ногу,
It doesn't
но...
add up.
Huh?
This looks like text. A tattoo?
Nightingale didn't strike me as a tattoo guy. Defensive wounds. He put up a fight.
Aha. They did leave something inside his chest. There's writing on here. Can't make it out.
Writing. How'd they manage that?
Серьезно, чё?
Time to see what Nightingale's body can tell us.
Ugh.
Nah. We're dealing with an organized group of killers, not a lone serial killer.
Да ёб вашу мать, чё вам опять надо-то? Ну и, блядь, с какой стороны его осматривать? Что вы хотите? Нихуя не понимаю.
I need to know more about the code of the tree if I'm going to shut them down.
Ugh.
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 Keep trying.
Я могу вскрывать, блядь? Ёб вашу мать, чё, блядь, надо вообще от меня? А. Если у меня игра, что ли, зависла, или чё, нахуй, я вообще понять не могу.
Must be locked from the other side.
Пиздец, я вообще не понимаю, что хотят, блядь.
They were tearing into the naked guy with knives.
The cult of the tree is behind these murders.
Yes.
This case just became much more complicated. I'll need to start a new file. But it's my first cult case. Exciting.
Господи, блядь, ну все, ёбаный в рот, я могу осмотреть его говнотело, блядь. Блядь, да чё вы хотите, нахуй?
Oh.
Да помещай ты это говно же ебаное, блядь.
Is cause of death, but the corpse is bloated, waterlogged. There's definitely something in his chest. Did the killers leave it there?
Наконец-то, блядь. Просто вот просматривать то же самое, что уже и так, блядь, просмотрел.
It's the same type of page we found at Cauldron Lake.
Nightingale hunted Saga. Didn't see her. The Taken could not see into bright light. Light hurt them, made them vulnerable. Nightingale had no heart, but here he was, killing.
Someone's created a fucked up fantasy about us.
Hey, hold on. We found these kinds of pages. I didn't think they were relevant to this case. I have them right here. No, wait!
Sheriff?
What the hell? Show me the clicker.
Didn't see her. Could not see into bright light.
I'll make you pay.
He's coming. No weapon.
У тебя пистолет, блядь, в инвентаре. Ладно.
He can't see me in the light. My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back.
Почему он вообще в коридоре?
Go.
Блядь, что происходит? Я нихуя не вижу вообще. Пиздец. Ну, видимо, меня ёбнули. Клево. Да вы рофлите, блядь, вы... Нет, а нельзя показывать, когда он уже бродит, как бы. Опа-не в рот.
He can't see me in the light. My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back. Gotta move. Now.
Hemingway brought you here, witch. Get out of my house.
He vanished. He didn't have a heart, but he still got up. The page predicted all of it. It helped me fight him.
He just disappeared? What the hell is going on here?
We need to figure that out if we're gonna do anything about it. Somehow we need to make sense of this. There's no rational explanation to what we just saw.
I'd love to blame this on mass hallucination caused by inhaling volcanic gas, but we both know that's bullshit. This was supernatural.
Well, I'm glad you were the one to say it. Now we can figure out a way forward. Right before things got crazy, Sheriff Breaker just vanished.
Maybe the sheriff knew more than he was letting on.
He seemed anxious, like he dreaded what was coming. One more mystery. The victim of a ritualistic murder turns into a monster. Is there a connection?
Looks to me like the cult of the tree is performing rituals to create monsters.
Maybe. We need to start with learning this cult's goal. Their purpose.
There's one of the pages on the floor.
Saga was back at Cauldron Lake. Saga had to pursue Nightingale. Into the overlap. Finding a way in would be difficult. A ritual. Saga would learn how. Stop the monster.
It won't open.
Это вы серьезно, что ли?
The dead man turned into a monster. Light as a way to fight him. Pages predicting the future. There's no rational explanation. This is the case we must solve.
Бля, то, что ты мысли читаешь, себя вообще никак не напрягает.
think.
Да идти-то я, блядь.
Must be locked from the other side.
Блядь, чё хотят от меня нахуй, я не понимаю.
Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Flick the switch. It goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. And Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something.
Ёбаный, блядь, вас рот ты. Чё вам, блядь, еще надо,
Page in the
нахуй?
woods. A story about these events. Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 30. The page places Nightingale back at Cauldron Lake. Calls him a Taken. We need to head over there, stop him, before anyone else gets hurt.
Okay.
We heard gunshots. Y'all okay?
Did you get spooked by the bodies?
Sheriff Breaker disappeared. Nightingale turned into some sort of a monster, and there are offices down. You two handle things here. We need to get back to Cauldron Lake immediately.
Fuck me. That's terrible. We'll do what we can, man.
Напрягает, что тут был как бы один выход. Видимо, не напрягает.
That's crazy, right, Thornton? Nightingale's heart was missing. How could he do anything? He's dead.
Yeah, right. Well, that's all crazy talk. Monsters aren't real, and what do you mean the sheriff disappeared?
I need bolt cutters.
fine pair.
Oh dear, I am a tourist, and it appears that I'm lost in the woods. It only had a tour guide, also. It's bear season. Oh no, a bear. Help. Did somebody call for a tour guide? Oh wow, Koskela Brothers Adventure Tours. Unforgettable tour experiences at affordable prices. That's right, I'm Ilmo Koskela, voted best coffee roaster / tour guide by Coffee World magazine, and I'm here to give you the tour of a lifetime. But Ilmo, I've heard the government has seized and restricted access to many local nature attractions. That is true, Jaakko. Many local attractions have recently become fenced off by the government, and that's why at Koskela Brothers Adventure Tours we say, fuck the government. We have bolt cutters. Oh wow, you think of everything, and we'll take you anywhere. Hiking through the scenic Elderwood National Park. Fishing in the crystal clear waters of Bright Falls Dam. Bird watching at majestic Mirror Peak. The tour of a lifetime is just one phone call away. Book now to get a 9% discount on this limited edition Oh Dear Diner coffee thermos.
Блять, не знаю, что надо реально фильмы, блядь, делать, а не игры. Я хз. Конечно, круто, что дали пострелять 2 раза, но это как бы такое себе.
My client has been held here long enough. Are you gonna let me speak to them or not?
Just a moment, ma'am. Someone will be right with you.
Вау. Их вообще не напрягает, что по компам лазю. Ладно. Ура, карта.
Take it easy.
How many times do we have to do this, Walter? Huh? I'm at my wit's end with you.
I want out! Something bad's going down. I can feel it. Let me out!
Let me out.
You think I like throwing you in jail every other day? No, I don't.
I can't force it open.
How much paperwork you're causing me? What's a lot?
Nightingale and his cult are dangerous. We need to be prepared in case things escalate more than they already have. Can you call it in, KC?
Smart choice, Anderson. Yeah, Agent Casey here. Yeah. We need backup. The Bright Falls case. Whoever you can spare. ASAP. Think we'll actually find Nightingale at the lake?
The pages haven't been wrong yet.
We can't assume the person writing these pages isn't playing us.
I agree. But it's our best lead. Merced won't roll over on the issues.
Rinse and repeat. Clock out, get a beer. Or maybe 3.
I need to come clean, Anderson. I know why Nightingale was here 13 years ago. He was chasing a writer, Alan Wake.
Tammy mentioned him. She's writing a book on his disappearance.
You know the detective character from his books, Alex Casey.
Yeah, I've heard the jokes at the office. Cold case Casey. Murder case Casey. Sorry.
Ha. It's the same name, similar job. It's the
Вот
first thing
это
anyone thinks
была
of.
операторская работа,
Annoyed
конечно.
me, but that was it. Then, 10 years ago, I started getting strange letters in the mail. Fragments of prose describing murders. You've heard the stories about what happened in New York. Some of it, at least. Bodies started to pile up. It was a murder cult. Turns out the fragments sent to me were from the crime books of Alan Wake. The cult was copycatting the murders from the books. In their heads, they were performing a ritual to bring Wake back. Their imagined prophet. After that case, I started looking into Wake's disappearance on the side.
And you thought this case might be connected to him? His name does keep popping up.
I just wanted you to have all the facts.
Next time, give them to me before we find ourselves in the middle of a horror story. The page says Nightingale's in something called an overlap. Need to figure out exactly what that means.
I'm happy I'm not in charge of this mess.
Thanks. Let's start looking for Nightingale where he was killed. The writer of these pages knows what will happen. Because they're behind this, or because they can see what's coming. Impossible things are happening here. A world operating on different rules. I need to understand this strange logic. To see the clues. To solve the case.
Да, у тебя-то логика, блядь, вообще железная.
I've been thinking more about the cult of the tree. What sort of cult refers to themselves as a cult?
In my experience, they don't.
We're not seeing the full picture yet.
Hey, hello there. How are you folks doing?
Those restricted areas.
Hello. Saga Anderson. Are you two supposed to be here?
I'm Ilmo Koskela. Fantastic to meet you. And yes, Stephen here hired me to show him through the woods. He's in town on important government business. Fixing this impressive piece of hardware.
I work for the FBC, ma'am. I'm authorized to be here.
And I bet you two are here about that murder. Nasty stuff. How's it going?
How did you hear about the murder, Ilmo? Do you know anything that could help us?
People tend to tell me things. The Koskela brothers are kind of a household name around here. Speaking of, if you're looking for some fun, stop by Watery. Just down the road from Bright Falls, there's our Coffee World amusement park. There's sauna ja vihta. And we offer a variety of guided tours, hunting, fishing, hiking, whatever strikes your fancy. You name it, we probably got it.
What is this thing?
It's just a monitoring station, ma'am. The Federal Bureau of Control checks volcanic activity and air toxicity levels. No need to worry, though. It's mostly for research purposes.
That's one gorgeous sweater, Saga. Looks Nordic. I bet a family member made it.
My mother made this sweater for me. How do you know?
I knew it. My mom used to knit those sweaters for me and my brother. Watery, my hometown, was founded by Finnish immigrants. So between your name and the sweater, I figured your family might be from Finland too. Suomi, Finland. Pulla, Karjalan piirakka.
Close. My mom's family is from Sweden originally. I don't know much about them beyond that. The sweater is just something to remember her by. Stephen, we're investigating a murder that occurred nearby. What can you tell me about your bureau?
Nothing that isn't classified, I'm afraid. But I don't know anything about a murder. Operations here are run by a different department. I'm just here to make some repairs. The wiring on this thing frays every couple months.
Yep, that's the raccoons. They grow real big here with teeth like you wouldn't believe.
Господи, блядь. Когда же закончатся эти охуенные диалоги?
That's all for now.
Ура.
Let's get to the murder site, Casey.
Все, погнали стрелять мертвяка нахуй.
A lot of things about this case keep bothering me. But one thing feels really off. Breaker's disappearance. I don't get the feeling Nightingale was responsible.
He was about to give you more of those pages. Something didn't want us to have them.
Это пиздец. Не, нахуй этот HDR, короче. Я рот его долбил в этих играх. Просто нихуя вообще не видно. Не-не-не, нахуй его все. О, заебись. Все. Никакой нахуй темноты ебаной.
Not the kind of disappearance we normally solve. Our crime scene's drowning. I never minded rain. Feels like home.
No sign of Nightingale. But the page did place him at Cauldron Lake.
А что нажать, чтобы использовать фонарь?
So how do we follow him there?
Maybe something around here will tell us.
After we find Nightingale, what then? I've never arrested a monster.
I've watched you arrest plenty of monsters, Anderson.
You know what I mean. Monsters. Light worked against him at the morgue. That might be the only way to stop him from hurting anyone else. Monsters? Overlaps? Rituals? What do you make of all of this?
The killers are usually the ones performing the ritual, not the detective. Acting out their sick fantasy. They may be trying to get you involved, forcing you into their twisted world.
But with dead men coming alive, the word ritual starts to have more weight behind it. We need to look around. Learn what this ritual is. We've seen this symbol before.
Good eye.
Ой, бля, ну серьезно, ну мне каждый раз пихать это говно сюда. Ладно, судя по карте, вот тут что-то есть. Да, тут как в этот говнодом, блядь, зайти. По-моему. Даже я уже заходил, все смотрел. Не понял. Так, ну тоже вот этот символ. Нас не особо интересует. Так, окей.
Hey, Casey. What's the forest's favorite shape?
Please, Anderson. Just one case without the
A triangle.
I don't get it.
Yes, you do.
Блять, я нихуя не понимаю, что им тут... А. Ой, ладно, похуй, я не понимаю, что он хочет там, блять, подобрать.
Bare feet. Nightingale. I'll see where these footprints lead. Can you comb through the crime scene one more time, KC? Just in case?
On it. If anything comes up, I'll radio you.
Ага, гениально идти по следам одной, конечно, да. Великий детектив.
The tracks lead into the water. Where'd you go from here?
Ну, в воду.
I can feel something. A presence. Nightingale. I know Nightingale is somewhere around Cauldron Lake.
The tree was a threshold. This place and the dark place. You're in over your head. Next stop, Caldera Street Station.
The threshold. Like a doorway. Leading to Nightingale. It's somehow connected to a tree. Witch's Ladle?
Тебя вообще не напрягает, что он такие как бы выводы делает. Просто, блядь, ни с хуя вообще. Ну, окей.
What is that? These aren't the same tracks that were here before. They're headed into the tree, not out of it. My flashlight burned the dark stuff away. It was covering another...
The fuse was in place. Saga stepped into the witch's hut. Inside, a bright light. There were objects that stood out to Saga, as if the light had manifested them.
The witch's hut. Okay. I trust the pages to lead me to the overlap. Is Witch's Ladle the doorway into the overlap? If so, that's where I'll find Nightingale. Light is the key. To stay safe. But for something more to be revealed as well.
Блять, вообще, в чем вот смысл этого составления? И погнали. Знак ведьм, хижина ведьм. Нам куда-то туда, просто тупо прямо. Тут никак не перейти, что ли? Эта карта, конечно, долбоёбская. Так, я так понимаю, просто... Ну, да, типа наверх.
This is the witch's hut.
Anderson, thought I saw something in the woods. Probably just a deer, but I'm gonna check it out.
Okay. I found another page. Following up on a lead. Keep checking in.
Roger.
Ну, я видел, что туда что-то заскочило. Я не знаю, почему она, блядь, одна идет.
The page described the hut being lit and mentioned a fuse.
Вот. Топор можно взять. Ну, или нельзя взять.
The fuse box is missing a fuse. I need to find one to turn on the lights. This fuse is busted. This one looks good. People should really stop littering, though. There's another lunchbox.
Серьезно, 3/4.
Another page. Making progress.
The image of the witch in the sign. Saga addressed the witch. The smudged line on the heart. The second part recited from memory. I brought you the heart, witch. Show me the terror. Saga pushed the heart through the hole in the sign.
Что?
The page from the witch's hut seems to be describing some kind of ritual. Nightingale's heart disappeared from the morgue. Where is it now?
To get into the overlap, I need to find Nightingale's heart. Read the line imprinted on it, plus the line on the page to the witch's ladle sign. Then push the heart through the hole in the sign.
Круто.
I need Nightingale's heart to get to the overlap. Where is it?
The cultist leaned close. He was there, but he was risen. Nightingale was there. The opposite of sunspots. Who said that?
That's not it. I don't have what I need to find Nightingale's heart. There must be more. Nightingale's heart. Where is it?
Meanwhile, they played cards in the general store. The witch had stolen his heart. Get out of my house.
Nightingale's heart is at the general store, in a fridge.
Пиздец вообще. Эх. Ну, опять назад.
I need to check the general store for the heart. Casey, I'm headed to the general store. I think I know how to get into the overlap.
Roger that. I followed some ATV tracks in the woods and got a bit turned around.
Did you get lost?
I've only been lost once in my life, Anderson. The years I spent with my ex-wife. I'll find my way back, don't you worry about it.
Тут все, что убийца гуляет. Что там? Что там может вообще приключиться? Не. Ну да, мага, сюда. Ну или теперь не сюда. Эх.
Christ! A cultist. A monster. Like Nightingale.
Как просто заюзать? Понятно. О, дробовичок. Видите фортуне. Ну, так-то там, по-моему, трех этот Ну да. Ну, что ж. Трехразовый замочек не так сложно-то и подобрать. Блин. Сука. Блин, а он так интересно вообще сработает, если скрипт не был активирован. Блин, походу он так вообще не работает. Сука. Короче, так походу он вообще нихуя не сработает.
The text on the heart is clearer now. Legible. I feel like I recognize this. The fridge. The heart. I knew it would be here. Like I saw it in a dream. And now I
Опять эти
need to give the
гениальные
heart to the witch.
расследования.
Makes total sense. Sounds literary. But what does it mean? Found the heart in the fridge. Just like the page said I would.
Ой, да. Короче, пока выглядит, блять, мега скучно. Просто пиздец как. Ай, ладно, продолжим тогда это великие, блядь, в кавычках, детективные расследования. Эх, уже в следующий раз.